Hey YouTube, Nurse Marc here. Did you know that taking a cold shower will increase your overall testosterone production, increase the number of calories that you burn, decrease body fat, decrease your acne, help your skin and hair, it'll boost your immunity, and it'll wake you up better than a cup of coffee? Yeah, I didn't either. But, most of that's a bunch of crap. Cold showers have been touted to do a heck of a lot of things that they're totally not responsible for, but there are some benefits to cold showers. So let's talk about whether or not there are any benefits to taking a cold shower. So there's a lot of YouTube videos out there and websites that tout the benefits of cold showers. Increasing your testosterone production, torches body fat, makes you Superman on steroids. The problem is the evidence is super weak and they're really making leaps of faith with those correlations. Let's talk about that. So let's talk about the first thing, increasing your caloric burn and decreasing body fat. So a lot of this stuff came from the fact that they looked at cold exposure and increasing metabolic rate as well as decreased body fat. And one of the things that they found with cold exposure was that you burn something called brown fat. Not white fat, which is like this adipose tissue that you have in your stomach or your butt or your arms, but brown fat. And now brown fat is a form of fat that's different from white fat in that the number of calories it burns per ounce is much, much higher. So when you burn brown fat, you actually increase your metabolic rate significantly. So they attributed cold exposure to increased caloric burn, which technically is not incorrect. But the problem is the increased caloric burn that you get from cold exposure isn't that significant statistically, as well as you are required to be exposed to cold for hours and hours and hours, not a 5-minute cold shower. So when somebody says taking a 5-minute cold shower will torch body fat and increase your metabolic rate, they're taking a big old leap with that. Plus the little kidney licks of cold water that you're getting on your chest isn't the same as standing outside in a pair of underwear in -20. So don't believe the hype on cold showers with regards to increasing your metabolic rate and decreasing your body fat. These are huge leaps of faith with regards to those things, and don't factor those into your weight loss goals as a way to help you get in shape. Go for a walk instead. So what about increasing testosterone production? Again, there's not a lot of evidence to support this. See, the testicles operate optimally at a lower temperature compared to your core temperature, which is why they hang between your legs in this fancy thing called a scrotum. But what the scrotum does is it increases, it tightens and it loosens depending on the temperature that it's in to make an optimal temperature within the scrotum for sperm production and all that good jazz. So if we assume that they operate better being colder than body temperature, that doesn't mean really cold exposure is going to be optimal. There was a study done that basically looked at cold exposure and sperm production and found that, a little bit of cold exposure can increase sperm production. That doesn't mean that you're going to be on anabolic steroids because you take a cold shower. This one doesn't have a lot of evidence to say that it's going to do much. The best thing you could do is go lift something heavy, pick it up, put it down, and that'll increase your testosterone production way more than a cold shower will. But ice baths. Ice baths have been shown to increase muscle recovery. Can't argue that one. And you're right, I can't. Because ice baths. Ice baths have been shown to increase muscle recovery. So a 10-minute ice bath has been shown to increase muscle recovery and decrease DOMS. But the thing about an ice bath is you're submerged and immersed in ice cold water for about 10 minutes. When you take a shower in cold water and it's just kind of kissing your skin, it's not the same as immersion. And there's been no study that has shown that a cold shower increases muscle recovery in even a proportional time-based element to ice baths. So yes, ice baths are effective, cold showers not. What about immunity? There's a lot of websites that say ice cold showers will increase your immunity. So this comes from the fact that there was a study that showed that ice cold showers will increase your white blood cell production. And white blood cell production is associated with fighting infections. So if you have high white blood cell counts, clearly you're able to fight infections, right? Not really. Just because you have an increased white blood cell count in your system doesn't mean that you're going to be a virus or a bacteria fighting machine. There's a lot of cofactors that go into fighting bacteria, viruses, all that good parasites, right? And just having high white blood cell count does not mean that you're going to have a super immune system. So just because your white blood cell counts go up, you can't correlate that with a boosted immune system. In some people that may be possible, but in most people, that's not necessarily a guarantee. So no, ice cold showers are not going to boost your immunity. What about the idea that ice cold showers will help with your skin? So where this comes from is when cold water hits your skin, your pores contract, right? And the idea there is that when your pores contract, dirt can't get lodged in there, and you can't form acne because if the pores are too small, dirt doesn't get in them. I can actually understand where that one came from. Here's the problem. What happens when you warm up? The pores open up because that's what they're designed to do. They contract and open up depending on the temperature that they're in. So maybe for that cold shower, your pores shut. But then you get out, dry off, and come to room temperature, and your pores are open again. So again, this one, talk to a dermatologist. Cold showers aren't going to be the solution to your acne. There's probably other things that are going on that might be driving your acne that you need to address that a cold shower is not going to help with. Here's what a cold shower will do. First, it's going to wake you the hell up and increase alertness. How it does this is when cold shower hits your body and hits your head, yes, get your head wet, it sucks. But when the cold water hits your system, your heart rate goes up, you vasoconstrict, your adrenaline starts pumping, and all these things will wake you up better than a cup of coffee. It's actually quite phenomenal how fast you wake up when you get into a nice cold shower. Second, it's a kick in the teeth. Cold showers suck. Every single time. I took cold showers every single day for 75 days, and what I learned through all of this process is it gets you comfortable being uncomfortable. Cold showers are awful. Like, they're terrible. I have a buddy who says they're good and he likes them, and I think he's insane. Because cold showers suck every time you take them. But learning to be uncomfortable for that period of time, 30 seconds, a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and getting under that cold water, being uncomfortable, calming your breathing, allows you to approach other things in life and be a lot more calm and comfortable being uncomfortable. That's it, boys and girls. Cold showers suck. Take them because they suck. Take them because they're uncomfortable, and take them because the next time you need to be uncomfortable, you're not going to shy away because you're used to being uncomfortable for extended periods of time. And it's self-inflicted uncomfortable, so you can attack the things that aren't self-inflicted uncomfortable. Like and subscribe, questions and comments down below, and as always, eat like a bodybuilder and train like a powerlifter.